Welcome to the Great Hypothetical Debates Podcast and the fifth and final episode of Trump's Christmas Carol. As the bell sounds, Trump awakens to find himself alone, lying on his back in front of the Lincoln Memorial, which starts to take on an eerie glow. The fifth visitation is about to begin.
What? Where am I now? Jesus, the Lincoln Memorial. Holy crap, did I just see it move?
Good evening, Mr. Trump.
Oh my God, Abe Lincoln. Well, I gotta say it's quite something to meet you, Mr. President. They say you were one of our most honest leaders. Honest Abe, right?
As for my nickname, Mr. Trump, honesty is what I've always believed and preached. And as for you, sir, I've heard much about your businesses, your presidency, your, should we say, forthright manner of speaking.
Well, Abe, I've always believed in telling it like it is. That's what the people like about me. I'm not a politician, I'm a businessman. You have to be straightforward in business, right?
Actually, sir, it is my experience that it is honesty in business that is of primary importance. But in politics, it's paramount. The trust of the nation cannot be won or maintained without it. As both a lawyer and as president, I always endeavored to be honest, not just in my words, but in my actions.
Actions are what count, I agree. But, hey, politics is a dirty game. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. You must have learned that.
It is a trying game, to be sure. Yet, if one's hand is played with deceit, the entire table becomes corrupt. The strength of a republic hinges on the honesty of its leaders, and dare I say, you have shown to be lacking in this regard.
Come on, Abe. I was always honest about what I wanted to do. Honest about who I was. The people knew exactly what they were getting with me.
Yes, transparency of intent is important. But the fabric of honesty is woven with finer threads, Mr. Trump. It's not just about the end goals, but about how truthfully one conducts oneself in reaching them.
But Abe, sometimes the truth isn't what people want to hear. Sometimes you've got to be strategic with the truth in order to get things done.
A leader who misleads or deceives the people, even with the belief that it is for their own good, walks a perilous path. The moment you decide that the truth is a tool to be bent and twisted, you lose moral authority.
Moral authority doesn't win elections, Abe. What wins is strength and confidence. And yes, I've had to push back against fake news. What about you? You had your fair share of opposition.
Opposition, yes. But I endeavored to meet it with open honesty. In the face of division, I sought to reconcile a democratic nation with words of truth. For truth unites, while lies and deceit foster only further division.
Sometimes division is just part of the process. It stirs up the pot, gets people thinking, gets things moving.
Stirring the pot, as you say, is not inherently bad. But when done with dishonesty, the taste turns bitter. People are not mere ingredients to be mixed. They are the essence of the nation itself.
And the essence of our nation, Abe, is winning. I do what winners do. I see opportunities and I take them.
Success is laudable, but at what cost? If one's success is built on a foundation of dishonesty, then it is a house built upon sand. As a leader, I could not afford to trade honesty for expediency.
Maybe, but let's face it, you were a politician just like me. You had to make compromises.
Compromise, yes. But I never compromise on the integrity of my principles or the transparency of my intentions. To lead a nation, especially one under the strain of civil war, required a steadfast adherence to honesty.
I suppose integrity is important to a degree, but in the modern world, Abe, the media, the opposition, they're all waiting for you to make a mistake, to trip up so they can pounce on you.
And yet, if one is honest, truly honest, one need not fear mistakes. We are, after all, human. It is when they are cloaked in lies and deception that they become albatrosses around the neck, sir.
Sure, but honesty hasn't kept nations from failing, economies from crashing, or wars from starting. Sometimes a leader has to be tougher than the truth.
Well, sir, I contend that honesty is a kind of toughness. It is easy to lie, to mislead, and to obfuscate, it is far harder to stand firm in the truth when the gales of opposition blow.
I stood firm, firmer than anyone expected. And the people, they love me for it. They still do.
To be loved is an aspiration of many men. But to be respected for one's character and integrity, that is a legacy enduring beyond the bounds of presidency or popularity, and indeed beyond the grave.
Well, legacy is written by the winners, Abe, and I am and always have been a winner.
We'd have to see about that. I must say, sir, that it appears you have learned very little, if anything at all, during the time you have spent with me. Therefore, I am afraid you will have to accompany me, Mr. Trump. Your ultimate judgment is at hand.
Wait a minute, you're not Lincoln. What the fuck is going on? Who the hell are you? The devil! Are you the devil?
No, not the devil, son, but I know him real good.
This is complete bullshit. Who the hell do you think you're dealing with? I'm a president, goddammit. Hey, come on, I want to go home.